This is the G.I. Joe Classified series in retro card fashion, or Walmart exclusive in the US. Out here in Asia, it's not a store exclusive. We have Gung-Ho. Man, this figure looks great. The packaging though, well, I mean, look how flimsy this cardboard is. I don't recall the old 80s toys having cards that flimsy as this. I mean, they were hard. They were pretty hard. I mean, nothing like this, but okay. Anyway, I picked up this figure from Hobby Corner. I picked it up for about $25. And here is Retro Gung-Ho out of packaging. Man, this figure looks great. When the first version came out, I was like, that's not Gung-Ho. When I was growing up as a kid, I only had two versions of Gung-Ho in the old 3.75-inch figures. This version with the sky blue, light blue fatigues, camouflage, as well as the marine dress blues Gung-Ho. If you remember those, you know what I'm talking about. You're probably as old as I am. But those were the only two Gung-Hos I know, and this was my favorite version of Gung-Ho. So when the first version came out, I decided, you know, I'm actually glad I passed on it because I knew Hasbro was going to do this, and I decided to wait, and sure enough, Hasbro did this in the retro carded version, and I could not be happier. The figure looks great. The aesthetics look great. Even the accessories. Lots of nostalgia on this figure. Going to be a little bit biased on it because of that. Let's take a closer look at the details of this figure. The figure comes with several accessories. He's got a vest that you can remove. I think it's very similar to the first release. I could be wrong. I don't have that version, but less detailed, I suppose. Very similar, but not exactly the same. A shotgun rifle that's akin to what he had in the old 1980s toy. I'm glad it's not a Nerf gun. I think it's a real shotgun. A sidearm pistol, which will fit nicely on his holster, A hunting knife, very nice, nicely painted, which will fit on his sheath right here on the leg. A G1 style backpack, very akin to the backpack he had when the figure was released back in the 80s, the old 3.75-inch figure, but a little bit more detailed this time around. And a cap that will fit nicely on his head. I almost forgot, the figure does come with the standard G.I. Joe Classified Series base. Without the vest, he kind of looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's the bottom line. Articulation for the figure, he's got a ball joint neck on a hinge and a ball joint at the base of the neck, which is very tight. Ab crunch that ratchets. Ball jointed upper torso. Butterfly joints on the shoulders. Shoulders can go in and out on a ratchet. Can swivel forward and backward. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. They still have pins because I think this figure uses or recycles an older Classified Series buck. Wrist and swivel and go in and out. The hips are on drop down ball joints. Thighs are on a swivel. You got double jointed knees, calf swivel. Ankles can hinge up and down and have the rocker tilt. As far as paint apps go, paint apps are spot on this figure. The camouflage, the fatigues, they're fine. Head sculpt is painted very nicely. There's only one thing you need to look out for when it comes to paint apps, and it is the tattoo on his chest. Just make sure it's not overly done or underpainted. Yeah, you know it's perfectly done if you can see the outline of the wings, the feathers, that aren't smudging or bleeding into each other. That's when you know that it's been perfectly done, not too light and not too heavy. Some final thoughts on this G.I. Joe Classified Series retro carded Gung-Ho. I absolutely love this figure. This figure was the Gung-Ho I was waiting for the Classified Series. Everything about this figure is spot on. Great paint apps. Articulation is great. There's no mold degradation. The accessories are amazing. I'm just so pleased with this figure. A little bit biased because of the nostalgia. I mean, this is my Gung-Ho for the Classified Series. I don't think I even need the Dress Blues version. The figure is going to get a 10 out of 10. It is an absolute must-have for those of you collecting the Classified Series. And I dare say this is probably one of the best classified series figures in the line. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this retro carded classified series Gung-Ho. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews, and if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.